All right, what's going on, guys? Back at it with the NFL Monday Night Football edition of First Look, and it's probably going to be the only look. We have two games technically today because I'm recording this at 2:40 in the morning. The Packers and the Giants again. Packers and Giants one game, and then we got the Dolphins against the Titans. Two ugly games, kind of, but Um, so kind of the same thing as normal. I'm just gonna on build on prize picks. Like I always say, you can put it on the sports book, underdog sleeper, parlay play, prize picks with me, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. So before we jump into that, I'm going to show you guys something that I use to help me make these videos. And if you've ever watched any of the NFL DFS, MLB when we first started, this is something that we use to kind of help us, whether like just make any videos basically. Or if you follow us on Twitter, I post all of our plays on all those apps I mentioned earlier. So we use this as kind of as like a guide. Um, So like don't worry about this because usually here, do they have it up here? Yeah. So this is like part of their rules, like stuff that they do. First full update comes at 10 a.m. Second update happens shortly after injury reports are released at 4 p.m. Eastern, minute by minute, starting at 5 Eastern until the last game of the night starts. So, a lot of people, like a lot of the bigger gamblers and guys that are more credible, they do these first look stuff and, they get the lines early, which obviously helps. But if you're busy, you can't watch videos or whatnot, you can definitely use this and go off their projections. So definitely worth a try. I'll put the link in the description below about this in case any of you guys want to get started. So it's got NBA, NHL, NFL, obviously. And if you play on Underdog as well, they have a lot more props. So you can also, there's nothing up, there's a separate tab for it. So that definitely helps. You can sort by the league, you can do players, alphabetical, whatever. You can just go around and just start clicking stuff and it goes over there. So yeah, definitely worth a shot. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description below if anyone wants to sign up. So after looking at Pick'em Pro a little bit, they don't really like a lot of stuff, and truth be told, I don't either. I'm probably just gonna run this specific play on here and other apps. So the first prop we're gonna go with is Saquon over 70.5 rushing yards. So I'll just click that. So Stokastic has him projected for 77.3. So I also went back to see how is Saquon done against Green Bay in the past. December 9th, 2019, he had 19 rushing attempts for 83 yards. Uh, October 9th of last year, 2022, 13 rushing attempts for 70 yards. So been he's 1-1 against this prop. Green Bay is ranked 30th versus the rush, and they give up an average of 136.3 yards given up this year. Green Bay is 6.5 point favorites. Over under is 37. Any Giants fan is watching. Sorry, Tommy DeVito isn't good. This game is just going to be weird, in my opinion. But I mean, Saquon's going to get the ball. I've said this in our FanDuel target videos that like same thing with like Josh Jacobs. Saquon's fighting for a contract. He's going to give it his all. He's going to get the attempts, the rushing attempts. So definitely a good spot here. Um, Second prop we're going to go with this one. is Raheem Mostert over 45.5 rushing yards. Tennessee ranks 14th versus the rush. I know that's a little ugly, but there's not much to like about these two games. The over-under is 46. Miami is 14.5 point favorites. I actually think I just looked it up not too long ago. They're down to 14 because, that makes such a big difference. Stokastic has them projected for 50. I just think this game's going to get a little out of hand. Um, Playing against Tennessee, Will Levis had those like two good games and he's kind of come down to earth. Can't really see Tennessee getting a bunch of offense. What I do think is going to happen, I did see Tyreek Hill's receiving prop is 105 or 106.5 receiving. He's going to get the ball. I don't really want to bet that because who knows? It could just be Jalen Waddle's day. Could be Mostert's day where they just keep handing the ball off to him. Could be anyone else's game. And then Tyreek just doesn't have to really play much. I'm just rolling with this because I do think that there's going to be times that um, Miami can take a back seat and just kind of relax and control the clock and try to get the game over with. So we're going to go with Mostert over 45.5 rush yards. I'm also losing in one of my fantasy leagues and I have Mostert, so I really hope that he hits his prop and scores like 2, 3 touchdowns. So yeah, Saquon over 70.5 rush yards, Mostert over 45.5 rush yards. We're gonna place this and we're good to go for tomorrow. So, like I said, you can just bet them straight. You can just tail me on prize picks, underdog, ParlayPlay, sleeper, whatever other app you use. You want to tail that, that's fine. Um, that should just about do it though. If I see anything else that I kind of like, I'll just tweet something out. So make sure to follow us on Twitter, HotshotFantasy, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.